Hello, this is Paul from Tesla Owners US, and Happy New Year to all of you, and thank you for watching the channel. And I want to tell you something about what's this year coming up, because this year is the year of the Cybertruck, because I think this is the most important project, but there are more other projects. That's what I want to talk about.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
Let me give you some of my notes, what I made about the upcoming year 2021. And I usually do a kind of a forecast like that every year. And what I'm thinking is that, first of all, I hope that you had a great Christmas and a great New Year. And my son was visiting me, sending me a Christmas. And I think this year, and it was ho 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 written as well. And I think because of that, it is the year of the Cybertruck. So it's like Chinese have every time a year because there's a certain animal, and this time the animal is the Cybertruck. So why do I think that? Because I think there are really big consumption goes in Cybertrucks or in trucks. So because America consumes, and a lot of people in America driving trucks or like to drive trucks, and they are consuming a whole bunch of diesel or fuel with trucks, and that can be replaced with electricity and can be pretty conveniently replaced, what I'm thinking. That's why that new factory is what is in Texas. It's built in Texas, where they are producing the Cybertruck and the Semitruck. Maybe the Semitruck is not much of visible, but they're probably working on the same way as well. But if you remember, the truck is the factory for that is being built right now. And what's about the factories? Yes. So there's the Gigafactory in Texas. It's being built right now. And if you want to deliver trucks at the end of 2021, so that because the truck is supposed to come on 2021, probably it's not going to come on 2021, maybe serial number 1 for Elon, so that he has a chance to drive around instead of driving with a prototype. But not for us. I think the real production will start in 2022. There will be a delay, like we used to, and but I think it's worth waiting for. The Semitruck is probably more due because the Semitruck was earlier pronounced. I think they started 2017 with the Semitruck. And for me, that is not the longest order. My longest order is still the photovoltaic tiles. They are staying there since 2016, but that's another point. So that's another topic I'm gonna discuss at another session with you guys. Yeah, what's about Elon? His 3 houses there in Bel Air are for sale. About, I think, in total you want to have $40 million of that, so he gets some more cash in there. And then the other thing is also he wants to rent houses or move basically actually for all the way to Texas. That's a smart move, because once you start cashing out and once you are turning your shares into cash money, then you will be paying income tax on that, and there's no income tax in Texas. So there's a higher real estate tax, but there's no income tax in Texas. But if you don't have to pay for real estate because you don't own anything there, you're just renting it, you're just paying it a portion of the rent with it. And in Texas, this might be more sense, and he wants to be close to Boca Chica, as well as to be close to the factory, which is only a few hours away. So it's shortening basically the commute. I think Boca Chica and Austin is probably a shorter distance. I'm gonna check that for you if that's a shorter distance between San Francisco and LA. Yeah, we're gonna lose Elon there, and he needs to focus on that, I think so as well. Is their Model S and Model X refresh. So they will be getting a refresh. There's already a cars who have been seen there. It has been supposed to be the refresh with different lights in the front, a little bit different rear diffuser. So there's a refresh coming. There was supposed to be a refresh for the entire dashboard to make it according to the new design, but this is not gonna happen. This did not gonna happen because it was thrown away. There was a complete refresh of the dashboard there and available, but that was not selected from Elon because he's a main designer for that one, and they kept going with the original design. Yeah, Model S, Model X gets a refresh. That's coming 2021. What else? It's probably more a softer refresh, what I'm thinking. Why is that the case that they need a refresh? Because there is competition coming. One of his own people in his factory, his sales directors and so on, they switched over to Lucid. And Lucid is building a factory, and I made a report about that, and I might get in contact with some people to get a full report and visit them as well. Visit the Lucid factory. They have not confirmed that yet. It's between Christmas and New Year and the days after that. But I might get you a better insight for Lucid. And this is a quite fearsome competitor. And competition is good because it improves the quality. Lucid, I think, has a great quality and improves also the advancements. For technology-wise, I think they are pretty far ahead. I think that Tesla is pretty good and pretty far ahead technology-wise, but sometimes the quality, that is still some room for improvement in regards to the quality. And we find out that's why also no reason why I did not have a Model Y yet, because there was just too much teething problems over the course of the year, and they might be grown out now. I wait for the 7-seater because that was promised for 2021. And that 7-seater for the Model Y should be coming. It supposedly, according to Elon, should be come to the last quarter of 2020, but the last quarter is over, didn't come. So, but quarter review, congratulations to Tesla for the almost 500,000 vehicles delivered. And what I have to say to the 500,000 delivered vehicles, this is in a year of a pandemic where the factory was a couple of times closed as supposed to be closed. One time the closing is good because the maintenance crew can come in and fixing the machines again, because when you are continuously running, you have to schedule preventive maintenance. And I'm thinking that preventive maintenance is not the case there with Tesla, because they're just running on output. But you really have to intentionally sometimes turn the machines down and put a maintenance in there. It's better for the machines and better for the quality of the product as well. And sometimes because of the massive output that's forgotten at Tesla, I would recommend that you have preventive maintenance schedules where you're activating that and have them permanently running in your factories. New factory is coming. By the way, the Berlin factory is not going to be finished in 2021 in July. Not because they are not ready for that, it's because the authorities in Germany will be too slow. There's not going to be approving this one because the authorities in Germany are always taking a longer time and have always same little tiny things to complain about. And I think that Elon did not like that. Yeah, that is a significant thing for Germany. There are just too many regulations and too many things to consider, and Germany is built on regulations. So probably they have more laws in Germany as they have in the United States for the same topics. Yeah, Shanghai is coming up with their Model Y, and they are probably already start producing it. They're ramping it up probably with their 4680 battery, and I am impressed from the quality what's coming out of Shanghai. The reason for that is I saw in some of the videos from over as well, from a friend in Germany, they analyzed the capacity or the factory output from Shanghai, and there was nothing what he can find. And he has a really fine eye to look at it, and they are of spotless quality. This is a good thing for the consumer, but it's also something to warn about for people working in Germany or in the United States, because if the car from China is better than the car produced in Germany or in the United States, then there's something what they have to struggle for. Because that if I'm preferring a Chinese quality before a US quality, then there needs to be something done at the workforce and or at the quality of the vehicles. Yeah, the factory in Fremont still going. They're probably not extending that factory much anymore, and they are producing still the cars produced in the United States, and probably Model Y and Model 3 will be produced in Texas as well if they are putting up a production line. Because after a certain amount, a factory, I think there's a break-even point for 250,000 cars a year. After that, it's just too much on administration overhead for that factory there, where it makes more sense to build a new factory in a different location and start over, because you just cannot oversee that anymore. There's too much going on. And I think there is a break-even point for that. There are some reports for that, what you might want to consider or look for on the internet. There are studies about when is the factory be optimized or optimum in the output. And I think that's about that range. Cybertruck, yeah. There is a big competitor with this, and that's Rivian. It's not the competitor because of maybe technology or so, it's because there are many people are more like the classic view of a truck. And Rivian has a classic view of truck, even when there are more than 500,000 orders of the Cybertruck, and maybe people get used to the view of the Cybertruck. But if there's a race coming up with Rivian, and if Rivian comes out faster with a truck, it gets more traction, and then have a good competitor there for the Cybertruck with Rivian. And let's find out. Biggest advantage from Tesla is still their charging network, and they still will be extending the charging network. This is the big thing. So because the convenience of that charging network, and go to almost every city nearby and get a supercharge and keep going after that one, especially if you do longer trips, comes more important also when you go with the Cybertruck. That is an important feature, and they will be extending that network. Just if you heard about that, there is a 70 or more than 70 chargers built in inside in a garage in China. This is now the world's biggest charger. That's amazing, and this will be continue like that. For other people, that will be a problem. Now, battery manufacturing. Battery manufacturing will still stay a bottleneck, at all time a bottleneck. They're always having to catch up with battery manufacturing, because now the Cybertruck and the Semitruck is using a lot of storage, battery storage, and you need to build that battery storage. Currently, only there is a cell manufacturing, or the 4680, which probably becomes the new standard in the Cybertruck and in the Semitruck. That cell manufacturing is only a prototype site. Now you have to take that prototype site and expand it in a big way in order to get a really big output. probably there's going to be in Texas as well, and for sure a factory, a battery factory in Germany, because I think Germany is subsidizing their battery factories for that. So battery 4680, the German can be happy about that because their new car comes in the 4680 battery as well. So they're getting their 4680 battery. Yeah, let's check what else I have here. Oh yeah, plate Model S, that was promised. That's coming because there will be a delay of the Roadster. So don't think that the Roadster will be coming very soon, because it was, Elon already said that was a mistake, but he has so many pre-orders and so many people who still want that vehicle, and so many people who got promised this vehicle, because all of the referrals what I got from the 500,000 cars sold this year. So because of that reason, I think if he steps out of the Roadster production and tell the people, oh, by the way, you're not getting a Roadster anymore, a lot of people who put their word in for that and collected a lot of referrals. Some people have over 300 referrals. They would be really getting mad if they have a Cybertruck or if they have the Roadster, what they are waiting for not becoming. Well, it would be quite mad. I signed up, as you know, for that as well. I have a video for that. I signed up for that Roadster as well. Let me see if that shows up in my account. I'm going to have a look soon after that when my account, if it shows up, I'm going to show you that here as well. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that once everybody has committed to how many Roadsters do you want, and do you really want the Roadster, you want to buy it, they're thinking about how urgent it becomes to build it. My realistic timeline for the Roadster, you can be happy if you get the Roadster in 2025 for all of those people. So that's not going to be the high priority. So the high priority will be Model Y production, then for Cybertruck production in Texas, Semitruck production, which is already promised and sold big time, and Cybertruck is already pre-ordered many times. That will be the biggest hit there for 2021. Yeah, that is my view for 2021. Is there anything else what I missed? Rollout of full self-driving. Yeah, I did not sign up for full self-driving. I have a different opinion for that, and I have to give you another video for that, because this video is not enough for full self-driving opinion, because everybody is teaching AI in order to drive. And if I'm teaching to AI to drive, I should be compensated for that one. But that's another portion for that one. So that's why I don't have it there. My wife never drives autopilot or enhanced autopilot. I drive it all the time if I can, and Stu will be always watching it. And usually it's the case with women, they don't like to drive on autopilot. So full self-driving will be rolled out, but handicap there will be legislative. So they're not going to be starting the laws for that one in order who is liable in case there's an accident with this. And yeah, that's going to be rolling out. And I already talked with my son. He already he is personal injury lawyer, basically. He made a course about personal injury, about AI and full self-driving. And they told them that is also automated driving is still making mistakes. So be aware who is being responsible for that. He has to do, as a lawyer, I think 20 hours a year always courses in order to improve his knowledge as a continuously lawyer. It is a given there. And so he was interested in that really topic for full self-driving. And he did not want to use me, autopilot even if it was not full self-driving. He is really rather relying on his own driving capabilities. Yeah, that was all for the year. I wish you a really happy new year, and all of the news for what came up. And if you like that, thumbs up. If I should bring more news, let me know. This is my forecast for the year 2021. And this year is going to be better, I promise you that. Okay, stay healthy. See you next time. Bye-bye.